Bachira's mother, while making a painting in her room, recalls Bachira's love for football. As a kid, Bachira slept with football, ate with football, and even had a ball with him all the time. She revealed that he loved dribbling, and sometimes he had become one with the ball, which was the best feeling he ever received. He believed that there is nothing in the world more fun than football, and he proved it while playing alone against a number of children and scoring many goals. Since he is better than the other kids and outplays them every time, the other kids begin to feel bored and stop wanting to play with him. Hearing this, he tells them to be one with the ball, as this will help them do amazing stuff like him. But to his surprise, everyone ignores him and prefers playing video games over football, even calling him a weirdo. Hearing this, Bachira hits one of the kids with a powerful punch and states that he is not a weirdo, but due to his disadvantage, he gets beat down by other kids. Later, he tells his mother about the fighting stuff, to which she informs him that he is not a weirdo, but that the other kids can't feel what he feels. When asked what he should do since he loves football more than anything, and does not have any interest in any video games, his mother tells him to be a good boy and wants him to listen to his heart and the monster inside him. Hearing her mother's words, Bachira then begins to play football with the monster. After a few years, as he grew up, he played a football match for his school. As the match progresses, all of his teammates want him to pass the ball, but he thinks that passing it would be a waste, and the monster inside him won't allow it. Instead of passing the ball to his teammates, he passes it to the monster, and the ball goes outside. Seeing this, the coach of his team scolds him, but he ignores him. He believes that there should be someone who feels the same joy as him, since the strikers on TV are playing like the monster he sees, and he wants to play football like that. After that, he kept on playing, believing in the monster and in the fun of football, declaring that he wants to find someone who can share this joy with him at its deepest level. But after some time, he started fearing that he may never meet someone who understands him and continue to play football alone, even recalling that he might die of loneliness. One day, after arriving at home, he received a letter with his address stating that he had been selected to become a certified athlete. Seeing this, her mother gets excited and wants him to do his best, to which Bachira happily agrees. He then wonders about playing with Noel, Ronaldo, Messi, and Zico before waking up in the Blue Lock. It was then revealed that the invitation he received to become a certified athlete was from Blue Lock. After waking up, he heard egos say that whoever's the moment time runs out will be knocked off, further revealing that using hands is not allowed. Hearing this, he thinks that this is not a game and ignores Ego's words. Suddenly, Igarashi approaches him with a ball and wants to hit him, but he suddenly gets up while kicking him in the face, causing Igarashi to bleed heavily from his nose. Seeing this, Kunigami approaches him and tells him that he is not a fan of dirty play and wants him to play fair. As there are many players in Blue Lock, he hoped that there would be one as good as the monster, and he feels that this is a place where he could play soccer for real, and is like a paradise to him. As Isagi approaches Igarashi with the ball, who has nowhere to go, Bachira sees him for the first time, saying that if he does not change, he will be the same person, but he came here to change his life. Hearing those words, Bachira tells him that he likes him, and if he wants to beat someone, then it has to be the strongest one here, stealing the ball from him. After playing for some time, Bachira passes the ball to Isagi to eliminate Kira, wondering that the true monster he's been searching for so long is here. As Isagi was there, Bachira started believing that Isagi could understand his football the best and share the joy of it with him. He was the one he was longing for, and this is the reason why Bachira believes in Isagi. After remembering his past, Bachira thinks about Ren's words and asks him how he knew he was looking for someone, stating that no one's ever said anything like that to him before. He further explains that he has a monster inside, and it's like a vision of the football he wants to play. He came to Blue Lock to find that monster in real life. Ren tells him that he does not care about his monster, but informs him that he is obsessed with something childish, which makes him play like a wimpy and half-baked. Before leaving the arena, he tells him to go play with his monster for the rest of his life while he becomes the best in the world. Hearing this, Bachira wonders if maybe Rin is a different monster that he can't fully understand yet. As they both left the training room, Isagi waited for them outside the door, revealing that, as promised, he came to get Bachira back and challenged Rin to a match. As the match is on, Bachira wonders which of these two monsters can delight his heart more. After beating Team Red, Isagi wonders who they pick for Team White. Barou states that he wants Kunigami in his team, as he is good at hanging onto the ball as post player with his burly physique, and can provide more opportunities on the front line. Disagree with this, Nagi tells him that he wants Ryo in his team as he is a great anchor who can set up shots, and has a good balance of offense and defense. Hearing this, Isagi states that both of them can help their team, but it would also smoother their possibilities of winning against Rin's team, which means it would basically be committing suicide. He further states that the key to clearing the second selection is chemical reactions. We only made it this far because the three of us made that happen in real time, including Isagi devouring Barou and Barou devouring him back. With fierce determination, he informs all of them that he wants someone who will devour all of us, and without that, we'll never be able to beat the top three. Hearing this, Barou states that it's a gamble, but he can't refute the logic, to which Nagi also agreed to his statement. In a shocking moment, Isagi picks Chigiri for his team, and tells him that they need his legs. Before leaving Team Red, Chigiri tells Kunigami not to forget this, as they still haven't beaten Isagi yet, and he will wait for him with this same exact frustration. Admiring Ryo's last play, Nagi tells him that he was only able to make it here because it was up against him. Nagi further tells him that he has amazing abilities and great talent, and can make a pass in such an impossible situation. With a frustration on his face, Nagi tells him that things could have gone in their way, but he going ahead. Suddenly, Ryo asks him to pick him instead of Chigiri. He then reminds him of their promise to become the best in the world together, but hesitantly tells him that he has changed since aligning with Isagi, and he doesn't even care about him anymore. Shocked, Nagi tells him that if he thinks becoming the best in the world is simple, then he is wrong, further telling him that their promise was to play soccer, but not to play together, and he's not forgotten their promise. Before leaving, Nagi informs him that he is a pain in the butt, and he does not care about him anymore. Isagi then tells Ryo that, "Don't be the one who gets chosen, but be the one who gets to choose," even telling him that only somebody who can become the world's best striker can survive in Blue Lock. As the four of them leave the arena, Kunigami and Ryo gets frustrated for their loss, and states that their journey is over. For stage 4-man room, Team White takes some rest, with Isagi napping on the bed, Barou cleaning the sheet, Nagi watching a video, and Chigiri drying his hair. Isagi talks about their next match strategy, but none of them listens to him. Suddenly, Barou finds dirty socks and towel lying on the ground and asks for their owner, to which Chigiri tells him that the socks belongs to him, and he will pick them up after drying his hair. Hearing this, Nagi tells him that the towel belonged to him and asks him to toss it in the washing machine. As Barou scolds them for not taking cleaning seriously, Isagi tells them to relax and go have some dinner, but Chigiri and Nagi refuses. To everyone's surprise, Barou agrees to his request and they head to 4th-stage dining hall. At the dining hall, Isagi thinks about the last game and saying harsh word to Barou, wondering that he still might be upset about it. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Barou asks him that what does he see in the field, and what kind of soccer he wants to play. Isagi tells him that his weapons are his spatial awareness abilities and direct shots, and he can position himself in the field while he does not have the ball. He once again asks Barou to forgive him for harsh words in the game, but Barou tells him that everything he said was true, further revealing that he's not the kind of chick who still can't change even after feeling pain, but is strong enough to die once and drag himself back up. Surprised at his words, Isagi tells him that the Barou he knew way before is gone, and he kinda like this new one. Hearing this, Barou informs him that the only reason he's trying to get to know him better is so he can devour his talent and completely obliterate him. Isagi then tells him to give it his all, as he will tell him all about himself, and then he will evolve twice as fast as him. As they begin arguing on who will evolve further, Chigiri asks Nagi about what he's been watching this whole time, to which Nagi tells him that he is watching a compilation of World Soccer Super Plays and wants to study their traps. Nagi shows him the video of Noel Nova, who is the current world's best striker, but Chigiri makes fun of him by stating that no one is good as you are. Thanking him for praising him, Nagi asks Chigiri about his leg, to which Chigiri tells him that his right leg is hurt and is kinda ticking time bomb, and will be bad if he busts it again, but he has no regrets for this. He further tells Nagi that before he can become the world's best striker, he wants to beat a lot of guys first. As Barou and Isagi heads back to their room, Isagi thinks that since Chigiri and Nagi are on his team, what kind of game are they going to play? Suddenly, after entering the room, they see Nagi and Chigiri playing with Barou's shoe, with Nagi catching it with right foot. Infuriated, Barou asks what are they doing with his shoe, to which Nagi tells him that he wanted to try it after watching some online videos. As the three of them argue over Barou's shoe, Isagi, with a fierce determination, states that he can entrust himself to these three, and they can beat the top three for sure. And this brings the anime to an end. Comment for part 21. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. Also, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss out on another video. Until next time, take care.